Let's hear it for these fighters. Cheer on your favorites. Nathan advances, pushes Colby up against the A-bales again. Colby does not like being there. And with a flurry, pushes him back. Both fighters clearly feeling the fight, the tired. Moving in 50 to 70 pounds of armor is quite hard. Ooh, a nice low shot there. That was cheeky. I'm not quite sure who took it, but both fighters look very pretty in that fight. So let's hear it for looking pretty. Official result is in. Dom will announce the winner. 8-7. Colby takes that last round much closer, 8-7, but still in Colby's favor. And now we're going to take a couple-minute break while we figure out who's still in the tournament.
Hi, I'm William Alloway. I'm the organizer of the Vermont Cheese Cup. No, no nicknames yet. There was a show on YouTube that highlighted a bunch of armored combat fighters, and I watched all of it in like 3 days, and I decided I really wanted to do it. I looked up where to train, and from where I was at, there was like an academy about 45 minutes away from me, which was the Knights Hall Academy in Oshawa, New Hampshire. And so I was really lucky. And so I waited until they were able to do in-person stuff again. And I was there the first day, and I've been doing it since then.
On our local fighter in green versus Sam McQueen, the foreigner, in black. Sam is probably the favorite in this fight. He has close to a decade's experience versus this is Sean's 4th time in armor. We'll see how he's able to do. He is a lefty though, which is very hard to deal with. Dom is getting us started. And we're off. Sam with the... I don't even know what that guard is. Flurry there, but I don't know that any of it actually got through. Both very linear on this fight. Oh! A nice hit kick. Dom is calling that down, and that is a point for Sam. And then he's able to add a few more in that. Sean not quite able to pierce Sam's defense. Some points for him there. Both going with in and out, just a couple of strikes strategy. Sam slightly less linear, a step in and then a step offline. Seems to be giving him the edge. A nice tricky shot there that will count for nothing. Those last two hits do not count. We are told by our head marshal, Dominic. And our counters are giving the scores. See Colby there talking to his teammate, trying to give him some advice. As we await the official score.
8-4 Sam.
It's 8-4 for Sam. A little bit of a low scoring round that time. for the amount of strikes thrown. Both fighters presenting some good defense. Fighters approach the center. They make their salutes. And we're off. Sam trying to bait the guard away. Able to step in and land many unanswered blows there. He's off to quite the lead. Sean really needs to work to catch back up. Nice clean shot low there for Sean. Needs a couple more of those though. Not that. Sam with a cheeky shot down the middle. And a very strange stance. Sean able to pierce his defense there. Looks a little frustrated that he can't find an answer for Sam, but quite a good performance for his fourth time in armor. Let's hear it for those fighters. We're having technical difficulties on our music. I apologize. I don't know how YouTube works.
I don't understand you. 12-2, Sam.
And that round was 12-2 for Sam. Those two were very nice shots, though. Let's hear it for Sam, and let's hear it for Sean. Let's hear it for both of our fighters. Yeah! Quite an entertaining fight there. And now it is Mike and Colby. These fighters have a lot of...
A scientist and a pretty boy.
It's definitely a fight of the pretty versus the utilitarian.
That was... Words failed me.
Another Vermont versus New York fight. Will Vermont be able to take this round? Let's hear it for your local fighter. That is Colby in the blue. The New Yorkers are cheering for Mike. Don't let him have it.
For the Empire! Stay.
Neither fighter able to get anything early. Looks like Mike may have picked up a nice little snipe there. Trying to get through the guard. Colby throwing some heavy shots. Couple might have landed in there, but I think Mike got some as well. Mike down the middle, able to pick Colby's head as he goes low. Was not able to see Colby's shot landed. Not sure that either of those landed. There's a clean shot to the face by Mike. Couple of ones and twos here. Neither. That was a nice work by Colby to. Oh, and that's a point. We're counting any time your butt hits the hay bale as a fall.
So if you go over forwards, you're good.
Your dick goes in the doesn't count.
Mike with a nice
only in some
hit
context
to Colby's arm. Colby getting most of his points in the fury. Mike getting most of his points on the ones and twos. Not sure who is able to do better. You didn't see as much of the patented Colby whatever flurry that
Helicopter.
The overhand right.
Helicopter.
the Colby helicopter that we had seen before. The Tempest is what I'm hearing.
Oh,
Something. Someone come up with a name.
That's pretty.
8-4.
It was 8-4 for Michael Sloma. Same score as the first round. And again, to New York. Colby needs to score quite a few to come back on this. Will he be able to do it? A little hesitant to get in there. Mike able to take advantage of that. Couple more on there. Colby down the middle, gets some points. An exchange there. I think Colby picked one up though. Looks like he got another one on that. Maybe 2 more there. Hard to tell. Looks like he might be landing flat though. Needs to watch his edge alignment. Any strike that does not land with the edge will not be counted. Good block there. Still needs to score. Loses 2 there. Gets a little confused. Steps back, clears his head. Mike puts the pressure on. 1-1 on that shot. Colby goes low. I think he managed to duck out of that. Mike with a bit of the helicopter there. Colby landed a few. Again, I think he might have gone flat. Did he do enough to come back? We will find out. Dom will announce the winner. The fighters make their way to the middle. And it goes to Mike. That round was 15-10. Much better work by Colby on that one, but still not enough to pull it out. So in our goal...
My name's Colby Thompson, and very recently I was given the nickname The Tempest. Ooh, felt cool saying that. Yeah, what got me into armored combat was actually Will, who kind of started the club here in Brattleboro, Vermont. I saw Will walking around in armor and another fighter at one of the little artsy gallery walk things that Brattleboro does once a month. And I was just super curious about what are these people doing in medieval armor walking around downtown. And so when I learned it was like actually a sport and like not just kind of a dress up and walk around thing, but you know, there's like some real intense training with some serious consequences if you aren't safe. I was like, wow, this sounds really cool, and I wanted to do it.
His grandfather.
More like he stole it off a corpse.
And we're off. These fighters know each other well. They practice together. They fought many times. Sam able to get ahead, but I think Mike took the more in that exchange. Sam throwing more, but it looked like many of them caught. Able to land some shots on the forearm there. That one looked like it went off the gauntlet, which will not count. Mike is stuck against the lift. Not a good place to be. Sam, very mobile, able to score as he backs out. 1-1 on that exchange. Nice circling strike by Mike. I think Sam picking up through the defense on that one. Not sure either of those would have counted. Nice high-low. It got in by Mike on there. Picks at Sam's armor, but Sam lands more to the arm. Throws a kick, and we call the round. And marshals telling Dom their thoughts. Now he will tell our scorekeeper, and they will tell me. 10-9 for Sam. This is a close match. 1 point separates these fighters. Will Mike be able to pull it out? Or will Sam remain undefeated on the day? They stare in each other's eyes lovingly. Like, early points to Mike. It looks like Sam catches up quick though. Sam's high shots bringing Mike's guard up and then picking at his forearm seems to be most of how he's scoring here. Mike doesn't really seem to have much of an answer for that one. down the middle, right past Mike's guard, but Mike fires back. Straight into each other's guard, nothing doing. Nice little combo there from both. I think Sam is getting the better of it. Able to take 2 more there. Mike really needs to make something happen in these final seconds. Going hard, takes 1 down the middle. Sam is able to score on that. And they embrace and walk back to their corners in what may be the final round of our longsword tournament. The judges are adding it up. And that is, in fact, it. Dom is calling them to the middle. We will see who wins the coveted quilted gambeson. It goes to Sam. Let's hear it for Sam McQueen. Sam McQueen. With his fancy feathers and fancy footwork. We're going to take a short break while we get ready for a sword and buckler tournament, which will be... Sean may never have fought this before. I do not know how new our fighter from Quebec, JC, is. I believe he is also a new fighter, though. It is an interesting fight. Sean being a lefty means both of their swords are on the same side, which means either of them will need to cross their buckler all the way over to catch better blocks or use their sword more defensively. It is a much harder fight than normal. You see some back and forth. Not sure either has landed. I think maybe one. Looks like they both got a pretty good D though. Looking for a lot of onside shots below the armpit. Looks like they both scored on that one. I think JC caught the block. Oh, a beautiful exchange there. Not sure anything actually landed. Some good head movement. Oh, what a dodge. That was beautiful. And we have our counters saying that we're 5 hits on the body. Dom is making sure. Dom, who won? Sean won round 1. Sean, our local Green Knight. For those of you who remember your literature, the Green Knight was the immortal knight that fought Sir Gawain and had his head cut off and continued fighting. I hope Sean does not try the same trick.
There was a movie like 3 years ago.
There was also apparently a movie that I missed because I don't keep up with pop culture. Also, that was the most New York I've ever heard you go.
Yeah!
That was so Italian, so New York. Oh, we're about to start. JC with a lunging cut down the middle. Not able to land. Some beautiful combos there. Bringing his shield offline while Sean is doing a great job of keeping it in front. So even though JC is doing more sword work, as he brings his shield off of his guard position, it's leaving him quite open. Nice block there. You see JC punches his buckler out to catch Sean's strikes. That is good buckler form. Leaving his buckler on his hip, however, is very bad buckler form. So we're going to give him a C. Sean, not punching, blocking would be better to do, but keeping it on front. There, that's a good punch block. Didn't quite catch that one. They're both pretty close from what I can tell. The next shot could be it. Neither of our refs seem to think... Oh, we have one ref counting 5 for JC. The other counter does not agree. That was a solid hit to the head. Our other counter still not quite happy with all of JC's shots. Sean not also able to land enough clean. I think Sean, one of his counters also falling 5. One of them needs to land at least one good, clean shot. And that is it. 5 for JC. That was a long round with a lot of good back and forth. It's a very pretty buckler fight for what I believe is two very new fighters. I'm impressed with their work. JC has actually been fighting for quite some time, I take it back. That explains some of it, but still very, very nice fight from the two fighters. This is a best of 3 fight, and it's basically impossible to tie in this. They would have to land the 5th blow at the exact same time. So this is the do or die round for this match. That was a beautiful exchange. I'm not sure either managed to catch one. I think JC might have got the low, but it may have landed too low. Sean pulling his shot there, not quite happy with... Uh-oh. Oh, dropped his weapon, and we're calling dropped weapons a point. It's not good to lose a point in this. That crossblock punch that JC has is really working quite well for him. Keeps Sean from able to score very well. Sean needs to open up a new angle if he wants to make something work. JC unable to land cleanly through the sword there. Trying for some low shots. Oh, we have a stop fight. And our winner is JC. Let's hear it for our fighter from Quebec, as well as our local fighter, Sean. Good work. That was a very, very nice fight. I'm impressed. Hopefully our other fights are equally pretty. You guys have quite a bar ahead of you.
I've been called the Green Knight multiple times now. Well, some years back, before COVID even happened, my partner and I, Kim, we went down to Nashua because there was this place called the Knights Hall, and we went inside, checked out the place, but at the time I just was like, this is 2.5 hour drive. I can't do this consistently, but this is super cool. And so time went by, COVID happened, end of COVID, started seeing lots of YouTube videos about armored combat, and I had always been doing things like LARP or wrestling or boxing with friends and other things like that. And so I've always really enjoyed fighting. And when I found out that this was really like a competitive sport, I ended up seeing that there was a group locally that was starting to do their thing, the Vermont Armored Combat group. And so I got in contact with Will and then got involved doing this whole thing, yeah.
In case we have new audience joining us, Colby is a local fighter from Vermont. He is wearing the full plate with the steel, with the blue little waist brigandine. Ooh, little butt shake there from our pretty fighting Colby. Sean is from Portland, I believe. Oh, that's Sam. Sam is from Bangor. I take it back. I don't understand geography. But another New England boy. Both in some very pretty armor. Shiny and new. Dom is starting us off. Sam hunting for an opening. Colby not giving it to him. Oh, I think he got through there. Colby keeping his sword back, relying on his buckler for his defense so that he can get speed and power on the shot. I think they both landed in there. Colby landed some punches trying to open things up. Punches are apparently legal as Dom is not stopping them. Colby threw a few shots below the belt. which will not score. Nice defense there. Some good punch blocks. Sam also with a nice block there. Slides off. I doubt that will count. They circle. They circle. Sam steps in. 2 shots straight to Colby's buckler. A lot in there. Most of it fouled, though. I'm not sure if our counters will call those clean blows. A clean blow really needs to land edge on with a little bit of pepper to it. If they're able to get their swords in the way, part of their shields, or even just step in close enough, it may not land with enough authority for our counters to call it. Our counters do seem to be fairly strict today. Love the sound of that sword. None of it landing clean that I can see. 2 counters have called it. And it goes to Sam. Right, Sam? Sam? Sam. Let's hear it for Sam. Let's also hear some cheering for Colby to take it back. Yeah. Alright, round 2, here we go. They're into it, quite a flurry. Colby the Tempest, living up to his nickname as he throws many blows, not letting Sam get anything off, going for some grappling. Grappling not allowed in our sword and buckler or sword and shield. Dom breaks it up immediately. He does not want that in his list. Colby comes in close. A heavy blow there. Lands inside of the armpit. We have 3 of our judges have their hands up. I don't know. Looks like Dom is giving it to Colby. To Colby. That is 1-1. We're going to a 3rd round as Colby the Tempest takes the round. 30-second break as our fighters need to catch their breath. This is quite tiring. Just moving around in armor, just existing in armor. It's a bit of a cardio. Besides Sam over there, dancing. It's quite heavy. It doesn't sit quite well, even when fitted nicely. It is quite the cardio exercise. Round 3, and we're off. First shot, no good. They circle. Intent. Looking for an opening. Neither gives one. Into the press. A break is called. Don't believe anything scored. Colby steps around. Might have landed. Sounds like something is catching it on the way in. Good shot to the top of the helm there for Colby. Sam, I'm not sure, has scored 1, maybe 1 in that first exchange. I would think Colby is up at this moment. Nice under the buckler shot there, keeping the flurry going. Ooh, clean shot there to the edge of the helm. I'm seeing 4 on one of the judges' hands. I believe that's one of Colby's counters. One judge has him within 1 point. I cannot see either of Sam's judges' counts. Not able to get it there. Circling. Sam rolls out. Nothing clean. Colby's judges have called it. And Dom makes it official. Colby takes the 2nd round. That was quite the match. both going to be very tired. Who's up next? Sean and Nate.
To me personally, it's a sport, but it's a very eclectic sport in my mind. Like I consider it to be as much of a sport as football or basketball or soccer or anything like that. But people bring their unique understanding of the cultural significance of like the medieval warfare aspect of it, the medieval training to it. And so for me, I think it kind of has this unique place in people's hearts for like, for something a little different than your typical sports. And for me, that's the same. I was a sword kid growing up.
All right, green on green fight here. We have Sean versus Nathan. I'm not sure where Nathan hails from. Sean, again, our local boy. Will the lefty take it? Quite a different stance from what we've seen at the other fighters. More of a traditional sword and buckler thing. It looks like Nathan has cut open Sean's helm. We need an armorer. You have 1 minute to get that helm fixed. Please tape something.
We got tape.
We got tape. We'll see if we can get this done in time.
So does this count as the headless green?
Yeah.
The heading, yeah.
It looks like I spoke too soon about being headed. Sean has lost his face, which is basically a head. Folks, please don't do this at home if you are ever to get an armor. And taping it on. It is not a recommended practice. But if you do, make sure you use athletic tape. Let's hear it for Sean, willing to get back in there with a duct taped on visor. Not a piece of armor I would tape on. Looks like one shot for Nathan landing on the shoulder. He's trying to pick at his opponent. Single shots. Looking to come between the buckler and sword. Sean going wider with his blows. Oh, that was an over-the-top blow to the helm for Sean. Both doing a good job of keeping their bucklers in front. Stopping any straight blow. We have a winner. Sean? Is Sean our winner? Dom, I didn't see who the winner was. Sean was in fact our winner. Without a face. Let's hear it for him. Fighters move to the center for round 2. And Nathan with that almost Marcus of Queensberry stance. Just much closer to a traditional sword and buckler stance that you would find in the period manuals. Heavy blow down the top from Sean. Nothing doing as Nathan catches the block on his sword. Nice underarm shot there from Nathan. Much slower pace to this fight than our previous two. Big step offside to land. Lunging down the middle. able to tag his helm. I don't know if there was enough power on it from Nathan. Sean again over the top. Nathan catches it. Did not catch that one though. Ooh, a little fancy cut to the face. Fades the onside, plays the offside. Offside plays the onside. Flick shot, don't know if it counts. Heavy blows again. Looks like our boy Sean is getting a little tired. And we have our refs calling it for Sean. He takes it in 2. JC and Nathan are up. This is Mike's first sword and buckler fight of the day. Good footwork. Lands good blow below the buckler. I think an offside there. Not sure if those are landing. Trying to go over the top with this nice cut. I think Sam got one in between there. Goes high and low, and our refs are giving it to Mike. Mike's style looking a little different from anything we've seen before today. Very active with his blade, changing angles.
I have like yeah, we've got tool kits here.
I hold it for now.
Okay.
We'll see.
And the second round is beginning, though we're missing one of our counters. We're missing a counter? Alright, there we go. And now our second round begins. First shot does not land for either opponent. Believe they both got one in there. They're in tight. Not quite a grapple though. Dom's letting him work. Mike able to get over the top, land a few there. I think Stan got one low, and our judges are calling it for Mike, I believe. Yep. Dom makes it official. Mike is our winner. JC and Nathan, please make your way to the list. On deck is Colby and Mike, who share a buckler. I don't know how we're going to do this fight. Yes, that would be great. We have a second buckler. Never mind. We're good.
Let's go, JC!
JC and Nathan. Nathan in the green. JC in the black and blue, repping Quebecois. Nice footwork from Nathan, but he's stuck on the barrier. Changing levels there. Tries to go over. Nice shot to the elbow from JC. Good work at the punch block. I think he's landed quite a few below there. Not quite enough for our counters. And there we have it. I have to believe that one went to JC.
He's firing. That one right there is one of mine as well. So that one, he was also firing.
Very active sword work from JC in that one. See if Nathan can turn it around in the second round. Good for him. All right, starting our second round here. JC going with known a little close to an A guard, A frame. Nathan with the Queensbury guard again. Trying to go below there was Nathan. JC's not having it. Gets his buckler down to block. One off shots there. Ooh, nice. Snuck that one in over. Snuck that one in over as well. But Nathan also landed. Both had some solid blows to the helm there. Not many combos might help to. I believe our counters are called it for JC, who takes it in 2. That was a very pretty second round. Let's hear it for those fighters. Colby and Mike.
Well, okay. I guess Armored Combat to me has been pretty much the only thing so far that has motivated me to be physically active as an adult. So that's been really cool, is I've really kind of nailed that down. I feel a lot healthier because it just doesn't feel like working out really, even though a lot of the time, you know, maybe more than half of what I'm doing in the sport is, you know, going to the gym and working out. But it's like to a goal to see like, hey, can I spend 10 more seconds pushing really hard at the next event I go to? And it's really cool to see like my experience kind of stack up over time. And the fighting is just really fun. And training is actually pretty fun too. So.
This is a rematch of our semi-final longsword fight. Let's see if Colby can get revenge. Yes, it's a rematch of our semi-final. Oh, yeah. Rematch. Mike keeping his guard very mobile, his head on the move. Colby more static, looks for a hanging guard there. Mike tries to go over the top, right into Colby's sword. Colby sneaks one through. I think Mike also got one as well. Good blocks from each there. Mike trying to change levels on him. Colby going high, then low, low, then high. None of his Tempest that we are looking for from Colby. Usually a bit more of a flurry from him, going with more deliberate placed strikes this time around. Ooh, single-footed shot. Looks very pretty. Back and forth match. Each fighter seems to have picked up a few points, neither running away with it. Colby on the retreat. Looks like he snuck one in to the arm of Mike there. I think you have one judge calling it 5. I'm not sure for which fighter. Both judges need to call it 5. There are 2 judges per fighter. Each counts the number of strikes that land on the fighter they are looking at. I believe it was called. And that round goes to Colby. He is one round closer to that sweet, sweet revenge. What? Nope. Up. Stop. Dom lied to me. It went to Mike. It was not to Colby. Dom has lied to me twice today. Colby now needs to get revenge, not just on Mike, but me and Dom for lying to him. Second round. Here we go. Fast exchange there. Not sure who landed. I think Colby has 2 in there. Mike maybe 1. It's a lot of those blows are catching stuff on the way in. Hard to tell if they land clean after the initial contact. We'll be backing away. Mike approaches. Quick shot, Mike catches it. Oh, and with that shot to the arm, Mike takes round 2. Let's hear it for Mike. That is the end of our round robin. We will now take a second to create the bracket. Counters, if you could make your way to the list as well. Counters. I see 2 counters. We should have bit 4. There's our 3rd. You got a job. Hey, no.
Just keep the tape on.
Can you press on top?
All right. And here we go.
I think we just got it. I just need to take the tape.
We are finally fully stacked. Again, the way this works is first to 5 hits, the waist and above is counted by 2 judges apiece, 2 judges per fighter. Once each judge has seen 5 blows they think are clean and powerful enough, they will raise their hands. Ooh, a nice clean blow to Colby's body from JC there. Looks like Colby lands 2 clean ones to the helm by my count. I think those were blocked. JC coming in tight. Colby wraps up. Don says no. Too much of a grapple for this round. Oh, some nice head movement by both fighters there to duck each other's blows. Good defense as they move their shields into right. Lunging blow from JC. Good combo. Colby the Tempest throwing wild, trying to get in. We have 1 counter saying 5. Nope, maybe saying 5. Say 1 counter at 5. One of these fighters simply needs a few more blows to convince the other. Dom, who took that one? JC took the first round.
Let's go, JC!
2 is underway. JC, eager to get moving. And furious work from Colby there. Both fighters, fast, dynamic. Let's hear it for our local boy Colby, putting in the work in there. He really wants to grapple though. Not the time. Ooh! Fancy head movement from JC. Fancy head movement from Colby there. They both step back, acknowledging each other's Matrix-like moves. Clean blows from JC to the helm. And unclear who's in the lead. Think Colby may have snuck one in there. Those, however, are landing, sliding off of JC's buckler. And it looks like JC has taken that round as well. Let's hear it for our Quebecois fighter, JC. Entering the list now is Michael Slomo.
I really enjoy the community aspect to it. I haven't met anybody yet that before a fight, they act overly competitive towards you and are kind of like standoffish or anything. Most people are very willing to hug it out even before you fight, shake hands, laugh with each other. Even in the middle of fights, I was in a duel with this person named Sam, who is a 10 years experienced armored combat duelist, and during our fight, we had just gotten out of a moment of exchange, and I was standing there ready, and then they just whapped me once on the head. I didn't even know I was hit until the moment the contact was made and was pulling away. And then by the time I physically reacted, they had already pulled back and were just standing there. And then I just laughed about it, and they laughed about it, and there seems to be that nice camaraderie inside of the community. So I appreciate that over some other competitive physical sports, whether we're talking about MMA or boxing, other things like that. I feel less of that aggression outside of the combat. And I enjoy that I can fight with people that I can view on a friendly level. Yeah.
He is ready. Looks like he's managed to fix his broken strap on his helm. Hopefully it does not get cut again. And Michael touch swords in a gesture of respect. And the fight begins. Michael looking bouncy. Lands a good onside there. Able to duck under Sean's blows, but not able to land one of his own. Sean pressing his opponent up against the list. Michael circles out though. No longer back to Hagen. Sword on sword contact there. Michael presses the advantage. Tries to push his opponent out. Nothing happening. Going high, going low. Sean has answers for both. Heavy strike down the middle. Both working a tight defense there. That looked like a good shot by Sean. I think that will count as landed. Count 1 for 1 in that exchange. Heavy blow to the arm. Looks like Mike is struggling to figure out how to fight versus a lefty. Can't quite pick apart the puzzle that is the Green Knight, Sean. Close there. Sean catches the block. A nice move as he steps by to catch the side of Sean's head. And I believe that is called for Mike. Yes, Mike takes the round. Feel free to cheer or boo, as Mike is from New York, and no one likes that state. I'm joking. Please only cheer for our fighters. They are suffering for your enjoyment. But you can definitely cheer more for one than the other. 30-second break should be ending fairly soon. Catherine, our timekeeper, looks like she's about to call it. And there it is. Dom calls the fighters to the middle. And the fight begins. Good exchange, back and forth. Mike presses in close. A nice onside shot to the side of Sean's head. I believe that's the only clean blow in that exchange. Nothing on that one though. Sean gets his buckler into the way. Mike opting to keep a guard with his sword pre-cocked, making it easier to fire. That was a beautiful shot to the face. Sean keeping his blade a little bit more in front, forcing him to re-cock every time he wants to throw, but giving him some better defense. Looks like there was one shot in there, but I believe the other rolled off the helm. The shape of these helms are slanted to try and cause blades to slide, as it did not do in that case. Mike takes the round. We will be having a short break to let Sean catch his breath, and then our two local Vermont boys will be fighting for bronze. Sean and Colby will be fighting. You also need to make your way to the list. Dominic is calling our fighters into the list, and they hug it out as they are brothers in arms. Let's hear it for our Vermont fighters. Yes! Please cheer for your favorite, whether you are for Colby the Tempest or the Green Knight Sean. Let them know which side you have. Sean throwing hard. Colby backed up against the list. Swinging wild, trying to catch Sean unaware. Steps around, Sean ready for it. A low blow sneaks in though. Heavy shots down from Sean.
I got it because I needed a sword in like 3 days.
Colby catches that block. 2 more blocks as he circles, looking for an opening. Nice shot below the arm there, around the buckler. And that combo gives him yet another shot off the face. He's got to be close to 5. Can he get the last few? Oh, but that's a shot for Sean. And it goes to Colby. Colby the Tempest. Putting in the work for your enjoyment here today. get the second round started. If you want to see more of these two fighting, you need to cheer on the Green Knight Sean. So if Colby takes this round, they are done. Let's hear it for our fighters. Colby, very active, very dynamic, dodging, swinging, looking like the one. Backed up against the list, so that's not a good place to be. Sean lets him out for some reason. Not quite sure why. Changing stance. Colby pressed up. He's back. Oh. 5 strikes have been called. And Dom calls the fight for Colby, our bronze medal winner. Which means it's time for the gold medal round, the winner of which will get a custom quilted armor gambeson, which is a beautiful piece of armor. I wish someone had one to show off right now. Mike, first attempt in longsword versus Sam McQueen, one of our counters this time around. JC's first attempt at gold today. Counters are ready, our ref is ready, and our fighters are ready. So let's get it started. JC keeping his distance, looking for his time. Mike keeping that rhythm going, bouncing, head moving. Don't see any of our counters calling a blow yet. Both fighters with good defense. Nice bent over strike to the offside by
Will, can you remove us from Sword and Shield? Just keep us on the
Yeah, I'm gonna do a confirmation.
Sweet shot to the face by Mike there. JC landed some low. I'm not sure if they were above the hip or not. Fancy sword work, a feint onside, and throw to the offside. Nice onside low shot there by JC. Mike sneaks one between the buckler and sword there. Fast hands from JC. Again, neither fighter really opening up combos. Oh, one judge has called it. I do not know for who. All 3 other judges not quite happy with the quality of blows. And there it is. And that fight, that round goes to JC. Will Mike have enough to come back? Or will he be stuck yet again in silver? Can JC put it away in this round? Or will it go to a third? The round is underway. I think Mike with the first blood. JC lands too low though. 3 by my count. Don't know how the judges feel. I think Mike was able to sneak one in with that nice high shot, keeping his hand above and inverting the blade. He goes low there, but I believe that was too low. A leg shot, not a hip shot. JC's style of keeping the buckler down is still working for him. Mike Nunn able to take advantage of the timing before JC gets that buckler up. They close, they throw, both are able to keep their D. That looks like a shot from Mike by my count. Throws and a miss. Quite a whiff there. That one looks like snuck in by JC. It's got to be close. Only a few more. And that is it. Our judges have called it. JC is the victor. Let us hear it for JC. We're going to take...
my favorite part about the Cheese Cup was that it happened. And really my favorite part about the Cheese Cup actually was how positive feedback I got from the fighters that came. It's my goal for all the events is to not necessarily have all the fighters in the world come, but have the fighters that do come really enjoy their experience there. Because for me, that's what it's all about. And I think that part was really successful. People drove like, many hours. People came from Canada, people came from New Jersey, and they were all just like really excited and grateful. So that was really cool. So that was my favorite part.
There is no stabbing in this. If they hit with the haft of their weapons, it is not a point. But if they hit with the butt, that little bit of metal they have on the end, that is a point, as long as it has sufficient power as determined by our counters. There is limited grappling, and punching and kicking is allowed. There are no points for punches, there are no points for kicks, but they do look cool, so we would like to see them. Dustin looks like he's ready to get started. Dom is the tall fighter in the Canadian tribal. Paul is the man in full plate. Dom has a lot of range with that pole arm. Paul will have to get in close if he wants to make up for it, as he does. Dom was able to get over the top. Might have scored a butt, might not have. Hard to tell in there. Good blocks. Dom circles around. By my count, Dom is up 3 points. Paul switches his grip, steps in, gets one to the face, switches grips again, looking to get in close and make something work. Dom drives him down onto the list. We are calling any time you fall onto that barrier a fall. If you fall in this, that is worth 1 point. Any disarm is worth 1 point. Dom able to pick off his head again, using his range to his advantage. And that is the first round. This polearm tournament will be fought purely by Canadians, as they are the only ones who have love for the true form of polearm. Sadly, none of the American fighters were willing to step up. Shame. Shame on all of the American fighters unwilling to fight in this truest of knightly combats.
Alright, just the gold medalist. What? Alright, just the gold medalist and the qualifier.
There's a 1 minute break between rounds, and then we will get back to it. Because there are only 3 fighters for this, it will just it will just be a round robin. Whoever has the most wins at the end of the round robin will take the gold. And then after that, we will get to pro fights.
Counters, are you ready? Timer, are you ready? Fighters, start fight!
And we're off. Dom picking away, using that hewing spear and the range it gives him to his advantage. Paul needs to get in close like that. He's able to land a few blows there. I think those will count. I think that'll count as well. But he needs to watch out. Dom has him near the barrier. Dom's looking to get a throw. We'll see if Dustin breaks them up or lets them work. I think he reset. Don't know if that disarm counted or not. That disarm did not count. It was after the stop fight. Dom immediately getting to work from range again. Dom has represented for Canada internationally in polearm at IMCF in the past. He is quite skilled in this form, as you can see. And that will be the round. Justin waiting for his counters to give him their verdict, and then he will tell us the official verdict. Victory goes to Dominic. Let's hear it for Dom. We're going to give a little bit of a break because Dom will be fighting again against JC. We're going to take 3 minutes and then our fighters will go out there. We don't want to hit with a lot more force. Dom is using a longer hewing spear, which will give him range, but lands a lot softer. Dustin is giving last instructions to his counters.
Are counting 4 Dom, so strikes he lands on JC. You two are counting 4 JC, strikes he lands on Dom. Fighters, are you ready? Counters! Timer? 3, 2, start fight!
And we're off. JC wants to get right in there, doesn't want to let Dom work from range. Dom able to put some shots on though. Runs in close. Odd seeing Dom charge in against the smaller fighter with the less range. You see, trying to work around to get his axe. He swings a nice duck and shot to the armpit there. We're going to stop fight though as he is down. That will count as a point for Dom. Nice duck as well. JC now needs to make it work for him. Good block. His defense is looking very good, but so is Dom's. JC hasn't been able to find much of the way of strikes. Got one in there, switches his hands as he does. Dom picks up 2 points. Very focused on getting the points as Dom. Every opportunity he can. He puts a little, ooh, there's a nice butt spike there. You'll notice as JC walks away, Dom makes sure to get 1 or 2 strikes as he tries to reset the distance. That was a technique well used by Sam McQueen in the longsword fights as well, making sure to hit your opponent on their way out. Many opponents will drop their guard thinking they're safe, and they are not. Dustin has collected the results, and round 1 goes to Dom. See some heavy breaths from JC. He just fought a whole tournament before this. Dom is slightly fresher. He was out as our marshal, but did not have to wear armor that whole time. Dom is also well known as one of the best cardio in Canada, able to fight round after round without break.
Fighters, are you ready?
Last
Fighters,
instructions.
are you
He
ready? 3, 2, start fire!
starts us off. Dom to work early, picking at JC's forearm. Able to work along the edge of JC's axe. Almost gets the disarm, but some fancy work by JC keeps it in his hand, gets it back. Looking to get some heavy swings, maybe make Dom think twice about swinging in if his guard is too good.
Keep it up!
See, looking to figure out the puzzle that is Dominic. Another shot to the forearm. Changes his guard. See if he can get some blocks. 3 more shots to Dom there. A heavier shot from JC, but unfortunately in this particular fight, the strength with which you hit does not matter. It is simply the number. Provided, of course, it hits hard enough. That will probably go to Dom as well. But take a look at his left forearm. You can see that that has taken a little bit of the beating. Some new dents. Dom has taken it, which means Dom will be our gold medal in polearm, and fighting for silver will be JC and Paul. We're going to give JC 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh, they're ready to go. We don't even have our counters ready. They're just going to fight. They don't even care.
How much time are we putting between this and pro fights?
5 minutes.
All right. You two counting for JC.
I told him.
You two are counting for Paul. Okay? Fighters, are you ready?
We're ready to get started.
Fighters, are you ready?
Probably be my
Gunner.
Here we go.
Can I use your sword?
This should be a much closer fight. Both of their weapons are the same length. Both fighters about the same size. Both the same weight. Oh! As he drops his weapon, he takes 2 heavy shots. That was Paul. Oh! And he strips JC of his weapon. There should have been a break, but he picks it up quick enough. Justin lets them go. They're throwing hard. These fighters, they train together, and they are not holding anything back as they swing for your entertainment. That looked like a shot to the gauntlet. That hurts. Oh, so does that. Good shot to the helm from Paul there. Nice spinning blow. Looking to get over JC's head. He has it. Will he get the trip? Nope. He has his weapon stuck though. I'm not sure if he's gonna. Dustin is calling for a break. Fighters like, oh yeah, there it is. Neither fighter able to make. Oh no, their helms have become stuck. Dustin able to get in there and break them apart.
Ready? 3, 2, go!
And the action begins again. JC tries to get around. Good block by Paul. Paul strikes in. Blocks by JC. Stop fight, and that is the round. It was very exciting. I was not counting. Both fighters hit each other very hard, and that made me happy. I hope it made you happy as their brain cells are destroyed for your entertainment. JC takes round 1, according to our head ref, Dustin. They have a minute rest before they have to go again. Looked like a close round to me, so we'll see if Paul can come back and take it in this one. I hope so. so that we get more fighting to enjoy.
My brother's got one, yeah, 'cause I'm using this one. The other one doesn't have a strap, this one will strap it to your wrist. But yeah, my brother's got one.
Here we go.
Fighters, are you ready?
They touch tips, and Dustin
Timer?
starts us off.
Start by!
Ball ready to go. High guard. Oh! The spinning shot lands for JC, and then a low blow. Oh! He's just everything going here. Knees, kicks, a very heavy blow to the helm, and has him down over the hay bales. I am not sure this isn't a pro fight. Woo! What a duck. JC, very active, looking dynamic for the crowd. Paul once again gets over the head, reaching hard for that takedown. Not sure if he's going to get it. Both fighters down over the hay bale. We will stand them up and reset.
Let's get it, boys, come on! Come on, boys, get up! Get in here! Come on, Paul, you can do it! Come on, Paul, you can do it!
And we're off. We're getting close. Neither able to make anything land. JC with a big windup. I think that one got through. More of a tip tap from Paul there. He wants to get in close. Ooh. Good block, but stop fight! Stop fight! Stop fight! Stop fight! JC takes the round and the match. Now we will have approximately a 5-minute break before we get to our pro fights. Our first pro fight again will be our local boys Colby and Sean. Colby the Tempest versus the Green Knight Sean, who will hopefully not lose his face again.
Okay, my favorite thing about the Cheese Cup, I think, was getting a bunch of fighters that I didn't know and aren't necessarily local to New Hampshire and Vermont, and all these people came out to one experience, like the natural beauty of Vermont, which is something I always love to push. and then also to have like a bowherd event here in our town was just really cool. So yeah, just having people come and get to experience like the place we live and combining that with, you know, this kind of crazy sport was really awesome.
Are we good? Justin's telling us we're good to go. Normally in these fights, there is ground fighting as well. Our two fighters are deciding to play by a gentleman's rule, and if they go to the ground, they will let each other up. Unless they decide not to and betray each other, as I hope they do. They're getting off to a great start though. Big kick. Oh! Oh, right to the ground. And they are being gentlemanly. Boo. And we're off to the races. Colby tries to duck out of the way. Doesn't work. Heavy punch, though, as he steps back in. Jack over the top. Has a good break. Tries to step past for it looks like a throw. Oh, and they both go down. Colby gets the worst of it from my take on that. They stand back up. Colby has lost his sword and his shield is still on, though. Dustin stands them up. Gonna take a minute. Reset, and here we go. Tries yet again to throw that shot and duck away. Not quite working for Colby that time. Some low blows to the leg working. Good heavy punch. Pushes forward, very linear. Could step offline maybe. Try to let something up. They're stuck in the grapple, but Colby's sword is free, and he makes the best of it. Jack remembers that he has a shield, tries to throw some punches. Colby ties him up, says no, and wants to push him over the hay bales. Will it happen? Looks like he stopped and decided to be nice. I do not like that decision. Stop, fight, stop, fight. That was the round. Our judges will now get together and decide who they thought won that round and tell him. Regardless who won, Sam says it was exhausting. It was. My heart's beating a little faster. That was quite the fight. Let's give it up for our two Vermont fighters who have fought in almost every tournament today.
Colby!
10-9 to Colby. And now they will do it again. And I suppose if John wins 10-9, they do a third round? Ah, so let's cheer for Sean.
Attaboy, Sean!
We have an armor failure. The minute break is up. We need some tape. Sean's pauldron has lost a strap. Sean has twice had his straps cut off today. But is willing to fight with just tape holding that metal on for your entertainment. He puts his body on the line. Me? No one knows me here.
You're wearing a suit. You're an upstanding citizen.
I'm in disguise. When did you get a nice camera? Is that maybe a little hard? Justin is calling our fighters to the center. Our armor has been repaired. They touch tips, and they are off. A little bit more hesitant this time. Colby backing away. Looks for that big boot again to start it off. Colby's Tempest is going strong. Looking for a bit of a combo. Nice! Really working that sword in those clinches. That's working great for him. Some heavy blows. Like, oh, I thought he was going to step out. Sean says no. Get on the ground, sir. Dustin stands him up and starts the fight. Here we go. Colby a little bit more hesitant, backing away. Sean. Slow pressure in. Heavy blow to the face though. And there is that patented Tempest. Flurry of blows. Looking to go high with the sword. Good heavy punch. They're in the clinch. Neither really seems to find their space there. Colby gets free first. Heavy blow to the neck. Those suck. Good knee. Hopefully not the balls. Stop fight, stop fight. That was a minute. That was a minute. To your not corners, because it's a circle.
Find your corners in this circle. Right, judges?
Justin calls our judges in. And we'll see what they say. Like a little bit more detailed discussion this time, possibly some disagreement. Some rock, paper, scissors, a coin flip. Colby takes the round, and that means the match, right? No?
Yes, doing a bit.
Oh.
Right with the crowd, Ringo. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Way to ruin the surprise.
I just saw you point. Don't point at things. I apologize for ruining the comedy. We are a tightly well-oiled machine, and that's a very mixed metaphor. Up next is Steven and Jeremy. Steven and Jeremy.
Trevor, are you ready? All right, fighters, you ready? Start fight!
Justin starts us off again. The ritual tip touch. Heavy punch to start us off on the run-in. Got a good grip, an underhook on one side. Not quite able to get him over. Driving over the hay bales. I don't know if they are allowed to fight outside of the ring. Dustin says no. Dustin says you have to fight in the ring. Ring outs don't count.
All right, fighters, 3, 2, 1, start fight!
Dustin starts the action again. Both fighters right into it. A kick, a punch. More action from Jeremy, it seems. Landing some good shots with that falchion. Gets over the top. They both go for the same throw and shut it down. Who will get better control as they break? There's a punch from Jeremy. Jeremy landing good blows low. Sean gets his buckler working on the inside. Steven goes over the top. Stop fight, stop fight, stop fight, stop fight, stop the fight. All right, Dustin will now consult with our judges. Both fighters have cornermen coming to give them encouragement, advice, maybe water. That round to Jeremy. Jeremy likely the fresher fighter who has the no duels today. Steven has fought in a few, but has had quite the break, so hopefully that doesn't stab him too hard. Time is called. Steven's helm is being, his faceplate being reattached. The fighters will now make their way to the center. And Dustin will get us started. Punch tips, and we are off. Superman punch from Jeremy. Bunch of probing, nothing quite landed. Caught on each other's gauntlets in there. 50-50 grapple in tight. See a knee from Jeremy. Now he gets to work with that falchion. Some heavy shots. Steven answers with a few of his own. Looking to go for a deep throw. Oh, and they're down. I think that one will count and they're allowed to fight. Yeah, it looks like Dustin's letting them go. Nope, stop fight, stop fight. There was an armor failure. Jeremy's hand came out of his gauntlet. Fighters are fully reset. Here we go. They both throw the same kick. Heavy shots from Jeremy. Both fighters looking a little tired at the end of this second round.
Keep it up! Keep it up!
Jeremy goes low, goes high. Steven looking a little lost. His guard is not as tight as it was in the first round. Stop fight, stop fight. Stop. And they give each other a big hug and return to their corners. We'll see if the action will continue as our judges give us their verdict on who won. Fight goes to Jeremy from Ottawa. What a fight, though. What a fight.
Opening double ball kicks.
I personally loved when they both went for the same throw.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was... Yeah, when they kicked through each other's Asoto.
Yes.
From Canada, a veteran fighter, fought overseas many times. Raul, a slightly newer fighter, I believe he has 2 to 3 years under his belt, fighting out of Maine-ish, somewhere. Portland, Maine.
All right. Judges.
Just so you know, Jimmy and I should do a fist fight.
Fighting, yes. Timer. Fighters. Start fight.
Raul really wants to get in there. Quickly has Dom down, but Dom does not want to stay on the rail. Circling out, Raul throwing a lot of shots, some landing, some kind of sliding off. Dom far more reserved, picking his shots. Cleaner when he lands, but less active. Raul pressing hard, lands a good punch. Dom, though, with good 3 chops to the head. Both landing punches there. Presses forward again, low and high. His punches landing pretty good. His chops slightly worse for Raul. Oh! That was a heavy blow. Dom getting some good top control. Raul looking for the knees in tight. Not sure he was able to land it. Sneaks out. Dom makes him pay for it though. Stop fight, stop fight. And that is round 1. A lot of action there from our 2 veteran fighters. Raul seems to be having some trouble with his gauntlet. His corner is helping him out. He needs some tape. Judges heavy in deliberation.
Round 1.
Raul will not be happy with that, knowing he was so close. We'll see what he does to change the outcome in this round. Fighters are called to the center. The ritual tip touch. And we go. Again, Raul, very active from the start. As Dom against the rail again. Dom circles out. Raul doesn't want to let him get free this time. Dom able to not stay pressed. Good strikes. Heavy shield punch by Raul there. And able to stuff some of Dom's. Oh! 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 Don't even know how to call that, but you all saw it. It was awesome. All right. Fighters are getting to their feet. The list is being rebuilt, and they will work their way back in. There'll be not too much left in this second round. Maybe 30 seconds, maybe less. Justin getting us started. Raul backs up this time, not with the heavy press. There it is. Much cleaner strike from him that time. Heavy blow to the face. That one gets through Dom's defense as well. Looking much cleaner with his falchion this time around. Heavy punch from Dom though. Oh, those blows hurt. Both fighters giving their all as they walk in. Oh. And Dustin stops the fight. Fighters hug it out and return to their sides. Did Raul do enough to take us to a third round? Let's find out. We are going to round 3. I don't know if they can tie this round, but I really hope so. Giving our fighters a few more breaths before our timer calls us in. Both fighters breathing hard. It's a lot of energy they're putting out in that fight.
On, fighters to center. Judges. Timer. All right,
Mutual
boys.
respect
Start
shown.
fight.
Raul charges in right again. He wants to get this victory. He can smell it. Wants to put Dom away. Dom, patient as always. Nice, clean strike down the middle, followed by a heavy blow from his falchion. Raul wants to get in close, wants to make it a brawl. Dom says no. Able to land some shots there. Raul looks a little tired, breathing hard. Walks in again. Good shot that time. Steps out, causing Dom to whiff. Dom going over the top, getting some nice pommel strikes there. Oh, pressing the action again. Good heavy strike down the middle with his shield. Oh, rough falchion blow, and that is the round. They hug it out again. Let's see what our judges have to say. Oh, Raul's throwing his weapons at our event coordinator, who's luckily on his toes, protecting the baby. Regardless of what the judges say, it looks like Raul's done. Dom takes the round and the fight, showing what veteran composure gets you. Alright, and our next fight is Marco Damiano and JC.
Same pro fight, different fighters. Yeah, I think so.
Judges, are you ready?
This will be yet another 1 minute round pro fight. 2 rounds, best of 3. Ground fighting on the table. Probing shots from Marco. Looking to make his range work for him.
Way to go, JC.
JC able to land a decent shot. Marco says no, keeping it at range, using his long arms and his shield to keep it there. Scores a bunch while circling out. Both land heavy blows there. Dustin has to jump out of the list to stay safe. Marco still trying to keep it at range. Lands quite a few blows, but his blade is stuck and he's free. Circles, scores again. JC is in tight now, looking for the throw. Not able to get it. Marco out. Stop the fight.
Good round, guys.
A lot of heavy striking there. Jeremy got some words for advice for JC. Marco, unfortunately, by himself, no one to support him. The judges
Awesome fight, man.
have weighed in, and Marco takes the round.
Where'd that music go? It's getting to feel a little weird now.
I don't know how to work YouTube.
Sing us a song.
Hey! You just gotta ask for it. Magic.
Alright, fighters up!
And our fighters are called to the middle.
Alright, fighters, you ready? Start fight!
Show of respect there. And they get started. JC, more active this round. Looks like he's the one to keep it at range here. Oh! Gets in close. Much more of a brawl style from him. Marco unable to keep his circling that was working so well for him that first round. Gets to the center. Shakes his head out and see if he can get back to it. JC works some low kicks. Gets over the top. They break the clinch. Neither seems to want to be there. JC has some trouble with his falchion. Adjusts the grip, steps out, poses. Stuck on the rail. Marco lands one. That one, not so much. Looks like it. JC, possibly tired. Not wanting to push the action as he was at the beginning.
Come on, JC!
Marco also content to stay at range.
Shit!
And that will be the round. Judges will now talk to Dustin, give them their feedback. We will have one more fight after this. Jeremy and JC are going to box in armor. I have no idea what that will look like.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up our fight. Yeah.
Thank you all for coming out and staying with us. I hope you had a lot of fun.
Round 2 goes to JC!
Round 2 going to JC. That means round 3 is on the table. We have lost our music once again. I don't know how to make this thing work. Our tech lady has made it come back. Thanks to the tech gods.
Praise the Omniscience. Judges! Timer! Fighters! Start fight!
And the fight has begun. JC looking to get close again. Marco still wanting to keep circling it out. Neither able to take a clear advantage in this first few seconds. JC landing some clean blows in there. Now Marco answers back. Both fighters miss on their punch. Circling. They are tired. They are exhausted. Marco trying a kick from range, needs to get closer. Nice. Snaps that punch out, stops JC's advance. JC very tired as he throws that shot. Able to rally for another flurry. Marco answering back. Both fighters exhausted. Their arms barely able to move. And the fight is called. negotiation going on. Looks like it's close. No clear victor. The tension is high.
This one's for all the marbles after all.
Marco takes the round and the fight. And the fighters embrace with a show gentlemanly spirit. I don't know how long we're going to give JC before he has to box. Some amount of time, I assume. All right. And here we go with a bare, well, kind of a bare-fisted, a metal-fisted match. We don't know the rules. Hopefully they do. Two minutes. 2 minutes. Is there ground fighting?
It's a grudge match.
Dustin, is there ground fighting? There is ground fighting, and this is just armored MMA. Let's go. They're not even waiting. They don't care what Dustin has to say. They might not listen if he tries to break them up. Jesus. Jeremy, very heavy-handed. Lots of strikes going. All. Hey, Bill. All right. First flurry done. They back up. Jeremy looking to make some hooks work. JC with a nice duck. His guard is able to slip some of those shots. Ooh. Jeremy's cross lands in tight there. Some good head movement. Didn't work that time though. On the hay bale. And he rolls. Jeremy gonna give him some time to recover. Ah! And it's done. And that is the fight. Thank you to our fighters. Thank you to our staff.